Hey, what's up, guys? Sean back with another video, and we've got Jeanne, something like that. My 600-pound life, and the only thing I really know about her is she sued the TV show. Her and some other people were in a lawsuit, and I can't remember what for at the moment, but I'll look it up. I'll throw it in here at some point. But the only thing I could imagine is they got mad that they were giving away all these free fupa shots, and they weren't getting any damn money. You could sell them things for a lot of money online. So let's see what she's got going on in her life today.
I can't believe this is happening. The only thing I want to do right now is eat enough to make the pain go away.
Or clean so you don't... It's like a troll's cave. Big Sandy. How many dogs does this lady have? My 600-pound life, it's not a damn pound. What's going on up there? Anything good?
I hate my life.
That sucks.
I feel like I'm living the same miserable day over and over again. I'm hardly able to move because of my size.
Okay, it's pretty miserable, but it's like Groundhog's Day mixed with American Pie. Like, it's those two movies put together. That's what you're basically doing. Doing the same thing over and over, just with food. And I don't know if she's doing it that way to the pie, but I could speculate, you know?
So most of the day I can't even get up from my chair. And when I do, I'm not able to go far. So I have to use a portable toilet to go to the bathroom. And I even need help with that, because I can't even wipe myself anymore.
To be fair, she has some pretty short arms. That would be a little harder. I pulled muscle, like a muscle in my side before trying to reach back there. Thank God for long arms, but yeah, no, she's kind of damned in that department.
Mom!
The meatloaf.
Yeah, I gotta go potty. Can you help me, please? It's so humiliating to be almost 40 and rely on my mom and dad to do everything for me. I feel like they'd be better off if I wasn't here because I've become such a burden to them.
Well,
especially my
tease me,
mom,
don't
because
tease
she
me.
has to clean me every day. A couple years ago, I got too big for our shower, and
To be fair, I was proud. No, our shower was big, but you definitely stick to the curtain because you're kind of stuck in there. I could see that being a nightmare for her, but it sucks. It definitely sucks.
fell, and it took hours to get me out.
Oh,
It was absolutely terrifying.
definitely an interesting way to wipe on all fours, but I guess mom can't get down there anymore. She's getting up in age.
But since then, I haven't been able to use the shower. My mom bathes me from a bowl and a washcloth.
It's a hooker
Because
bath.
it's very important. I try to stay as clean as I can. Since there's a lot of areas of my body that rub and chafe and cause these sores to form and open up on me. And I can't let them get infected.
Oop, get up in there.
Especially the area under my stomach, because of how it hangs down and rubs against me there. And on the back of my legs, because as I have gotten bigger, a growth has formed on my right leg, and it's constantly rubbing against me and always bleeding. So if those areas don't stay clean, they'll get a whole lot worse really quick.
You probably need to see a doctor if something like that's going on, but as far as like the chafing infections go, I mean, it takes like 3 days. 3 days or so of not bathing and rubbing or something before that forms, so she must not even be doing that very often. But yeah, it happens. It definitely happens. You can't avoid it when you're that big, like rubbing somewhere.
So I have to do this every day. But if I could do it on my own, I would. Everything is just too difficult. And I start to feel like I'm gonna pass out if I do too much at once. My body just...
I haven't seen her do anything yet. You can't put your own pants on? Like you're sitting on the bed. Just reach down. Like you don't even have to really. You could use your damn feet and kick them up, kinda. Try and make your poor old mom do everything.
can't take it. And every day it seems like I can do even less. And the pain of trying to move around is worse. And I'm so scared that soon I'm not going to be able to even stand.
I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing because she has that permanent look on her face like somebody just kicked her dog. But yeah, I could imagine with her hygiene, because women hygiene's a totally different ball game than what I'm talking about. So I don't know how she hadn't got like toxic shock syndrome or something like that. I just watched a video on that this morning where a lady lost both her legs, and now I'm like, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I didn't even know what the hell it was before then.
And I'll be immobile and completely stuck in this chair.
She ate her shirt.
And I don't know what's going to happen at that point. My body already doesn't even look human. Looks like something out of a monster movie. So I know I can't keep going like this. And my body is going to start to really give out soon.
No, you are not using a back scratcher to turn... Well, actually, I can't even say that. I had a shooting stick that I used to flick a light switch on and off with. So, okay, I'll give you that one. I did the same shit.
If I keep getting bigger. And the only way to change that and stop it is to give up eating like I have my whole life. But food is the only thing in my life I have left to look forward to. So I don't know how to give that up.
Let me know whenever you want breakfast.
Now, please.
That was quick.
I'm happy as long as I keep eating. So I think that feeling is what I'm addicted to. Ever since I was a child, I knew I could use food to escape whatever it was I was dealing with when things got really bad. And there were a lot of times when things got really bad because I had a really hard childhood growing up.
I always worried about her weight because I was a heavy child. So I was trying very hard to try to keep it under control because I didn't want her to have to go through what I had.
I think you could make her lose a couple pounds if you just asked somebody to dust that damn house. That thing's crazy looking.
I did everything I could think of. We drank diet soda. I took her to counseling. I took her to nutritionists, dietitians. But none of that helped. She kept gaining the weight.
Diet soda doesn't cancel out eating Bob Evans like whole damn restaurant every time you have breakfast. That plate is heaping.
It's really hot.
That's what she said.
I was constantly afraid growing up. And there were a lot of reasons for that. My mom and my dad were never married. And my dad wasn't a part of my life growing up. So to support us, my mom had to start working 2 jobs.
Did we not own salt shakers either? Because that's a hell of a lot of salt. You're probably retaining a lot of water. That's got to be at least 200 pounds, right?
And we moved in with my grandmother to have someone look after me while my mom was at work. But my grandmother was extremely abusive to me. She would spank me with metal coat hangers or extension cords. There's been times I had bruises from my neck all the way down.
Damn, Granny didn't play. I mean, I got the spoon and I got the shoe whipped at me, but it was never like that. I imagine that really messed her up mentally, at least.
So I felt really unloved and unwanted. But I think my weight problem started with my grandmother because she was so mean and hateful, and I didn't have a way to get back at her except for stealing her sodas. No one was ever to touch her sodas. So I started.
Were they diet sodas? Because apparently that doesn't freaking count. But also, that's a hell of a way to spite your grandma. Like, she spanked me, so I'm going to steal her damn soda. No Pepsi for you.
To sneak them and drink them as a small bit of revenge. And that felt really good.
That's what I did too. Revenge made me fat.
But that kind of grew from sneaking sodas to sneaking snacks and junk food. So when my grandmother would me or say something horrible to me, what I would go to make me feel better was food. So I started to get a little chubby then. And I was over 100 pounds by the time I was 6.
No, I'm not even buying that. If you were over 100 at 6, you didn't even give it time. I don't think it could have happened that damn fast unless you were already eating like that. But then again, a traumatic childhood, kids deal with things differently, so I guess, I don't know.
And my weight gain got even worse right after that. Because that's when I had a really traumatic experience. My mom had started dating someone then. And he molested me. It was only a one-time thing, but the one time did damage.
I still cannot get over the fact that there are sickos in the world that would do something like that to a kid. Every time I'm watching this, like, something like that comes up, and it's awful every single time. I don't know what to say. Besides, it disgusts me 100%.
I remember sitting on the floor watching TV, and he came and he sat right down beside me. And he said, "This will be our little secret." And he said, "Don't ever tell your mom because she won't believe you." So I just, with everything else, I just pushed that down and, just dealt with it as best as I could. And food was what helped me do that. Because when I ate, I felt better. At that time, I didn't tell anyone what happened. So I got really depressed, and eating was the only time I could be happy.
She's probably fallen into that pit of depression at this point too, because no cleaning, no taking care of yourself, no even wanting to get up. It's sad, but you just get to a point where you don't want to do anything. And I denied it for a long time. Like, no, I was perfectly happy. I definitely think I was in a sad state at my heaviest like that, so.
And that's when I really started gaining a lot, and my weight doubled. And I got up to over 200 pounds by the time I was 9. And that weight gain didn't slow down or get any better because things just continued to get worse at home as my grandmother got meaner. She started to come up with new ways to punish me.
Do we have a jumping rope there? Who's using that thing? It definitely ain't you. But is Mom jumping rope?
One form of punishment from her was smoking cigarettes. So she'd make me smoke as a kid. And the things I got punished for were ridiculous. So my childhood got harder and harder.
Is she your grandma or the Marlboro Man? Like, what's going on there? Also, that poor dog's right between her legs, and he's got an extra strong sniffer.
And that continued until right before I started high school. Because when I was 13, my grandmother died. And after that was when I finally had the courage to start telling my mom some of the things that had happened to me.
More sodas for you.
I was away from home 13 hours a day. I found out later that my mother had been physically with the wooden spoons that hang on walls and things. It was extremely bad, and I didn't realize that.
Mine was plastic, but it was either that or right, I will not try to drown my brother like 500 times, so.
When I told my mom about the and everything, she said she was so sorry she never knew. And about being that for both of them, she said, "Why didn't I tell her sooner?" And my answer was because I was scared that she wouldn't believe me. It was nice to finally be able to tell her.
I mean, I kind of think, like, why wouldn't you tell her sooner? But also, when it comes to kids, their brains just don't work that rationally. My mom always just told me, just never lie to me, tell me how it is, and I'll just always take your side. I'll go to bat for you. So she took up for me in a lot of situations where people were trying to paint, like, false lights on me. And I'm like, no, I didn't do that. I did this instead. And she believed me because I didn't lie to her.
But the pain I had from everything was still there. I didn't really see any way to deal with that except with food. So I just continued eating like I was and getting bigger. And that made high school really, really hard because I was over 350 pounds by the time I was 15.
Sounds about right.
So I was having trouble.
Also, didn't we just finish breakfast? I didn't even take a second to let it sink in that Whataburger just snuck in here.
Doing what I needed to get to all my classes. And the bullying had started because of my weight. So by the time I was 17, I had dropped out because I couldn't take it anymore. And I was really depressed at how my life was. But that all made me just want to eat more. So I got bigger, and it made the problem worse and worse. And when I was 18, I had gotten over 400 pounds. And I tried to get a job and work and get my GED, but it was too hard at my size.
I'm literally waiting for her to say anything where she's not the victim. I think this is just going to be an entire thing of victim. Yes, it sounds like she was victimized, so don't get me wrong on that. I'm just saying everything happens like nothing. Everything keeps happening to her. She's not making anything happen for her is what I'm getting at.
And as I got into my 20s, my depression got even worse. And I put on another 100 pounds really quickly. And when I hit 500 when I was around 23 is when I went on disability because I was starting to have a hard time getting up and doing anything. And it was just impossible for me to work. But
I thought she said she never could work, like ever. Like she dropped out of high school, refused to work, sat around eating, and then she got on disability. So she's probably on welfare disability, which would only mean she's probably getting like 900, 1,000 a month, probably food stamps.
thankfully, that really helped to allow my mom to slow down and not work as hard, since we now had some income coming in to help. So she was able to start staying home some more to help me out since I was starting to have a lot of trouble taking care of myself. And because of that, I started mostly just staying home.
I can't believe you guys are zooming in on this woman's mouth. I ain't never been right at the glory hole, like staring it right down the friggin' barrel before like this.
The only thing I got out for was to go to church. And my world started to become just my house and my mom. And that's the way it was for a while, until my dad moved back in with us when I was 29.
Calories for
My
Christ.
weight was around 600 at that point, and it was harder than ever to get up and do anything. But I was still getting out and making it to church every week. And one Sunday, after hearing a sermon about forgiveness, I came home afterwards, and I felt the need to finally call my dad to forgive him for not being a part of my life and not being there to protect me or to make sure that, nothing went wrong in my life, because I felt if he would have been there, then none of that would have happened.
Okay, that was very big of you, no pun intended, but forgiveness, pretty important. I had a few years where I didn't talk to my father when my parents divorced, and then one day I called him, I was like, hey, what's up, Dad? And we just kind of made up from there.
Jeanne was 28 years old when she called me. I was living in Cleveland, Ohio, and she said she forgave me. And that just broke my heart, I was so happy to hear that she forgave me and that I would, have an opportunity to have her.
Does this guy look like Jesus and Santa Claus mixed? That's a crazy look, buddy.
In my life again. And she invited me up for the holidays, and been here ever since.
cupcakes? I ain't gonna lie, I had my go around with them little suckers a couple times, but you can go to Walmart, they have like a discount pastry rack where it's like getting right next to the expiration date. You can get them for like $1 or whatever, and you could end up with a ton of these damn things for cheap.
I was really happy when my dad came to live with us. It felt like this big thing that was missing from my entire life finally had the chance to get repaired. And my dad has been back with me and my mom for the past 10 years. But it still didn't change the past. So my eating didn't change. Except I think I eat more now than I did then. Because my life over the last 10 years has completely
She looks pissed off. She wants one of those cupcakes. She knows she ain't about to get one.
become my house. I'm so big I don't even know what I weigh. And I can't even function anymore. Okay, I'm done, Dad. I hate my life now. Because I'm not even living. I feel like I'm just sitting here taking up space, like a piece of furniture.
There you go. I'll go get some plates.
Okay.
Are we gonna stop today? Where did we start? We started with the friggin' Bob Evans. Then we went to what was next? Whataburger. Then cupcakes. And now we're at damn Wingstop. No wonder you ain't getting the hell up. You're permanently fixed right there and you get served food left and right.
Thank you.
Jeanne has no life. She doesn't leave the house. She doesn't talk to anybody on the phone. She doesn't drive. She's never been able to drive. She's not able to do anything. Had I known that she would end up like this, I would have never had her. Not because I don't love her, but because I would have rather died than have her live like she's living.
I get that, but that is a very nasty way to say it. Look at that dog. He's praying to God she drops a pepperoni, and he's like, I'm gonna jump up there and snatch that sucker, but I doubt she drops very much food. Them dogs look pretty damn hungry.
My mom was hospitalized 1.5 years ago because she had a ruptured colon and her system was septic. So they did emergency surgery. And now she's been struggling with her health again. And I feel like it's because of the stress and strain I cause her every day. So I just feel like this burden to everyone. And the only way
Can stress blow out your poop chute? I don't know about that one. But also, I'm not a big fan of the stuffed crust, but Pizza Hut's okay. I'm more of a Domino's boy.
to change that is to stop eating. But I can't. I don't know how.
Stop chewing.
I'm tired of being this way. I'm tired of waiting to die. So I have to do something. Part of me is scared to reach out for any help because I don't want to find out it's already too late for me and that I'm just too far gone. But no matter how scary it is, I have to try and get help. And if I don't do it soon, very soon I'm going to go to sleep and I'll never wake up again. So I know I have to do this now because
It's never too late to make a change, and if you can't stand this place, you're just going to have to take yourself to higher places. But I understand the feeling of it's too late for me, because I also felt that way at one point. But if you just have to start believing in yourself a little bit, trying. I know that's hard because she very clearly is showing signs of depression.
I'm running out of time. Mom, we need to get going.
Someone clean.
I'm coming.
I'm really scared right now because my mom and I are going to try to go to Houston and see Dr. Now. We have an appointment today, but I have to make the 4-hour drive to Houston to go see him. And I don't know how I'm going to handle leaving my house, being in the car for that long, and being around people again. It's just a lot.
How are you feeling?
I don't feel good. Really angry. Just want to get this over and done with.
Uh-oh, angry. When she's sad, she eats. When she's angry, what the hell does she do? Maybe she cleans.
Coming. Do you want me to start packing?
Yeah, baby, would you put that in there? I'm just hurting.
I know I have to get help or I'm not going to be alive much longer. So I have to try and do this. But thinking about leaving the house is really nerve-wracking. I start having anxiety attacks and my chest hurts. And now that it's time to go, I'm starting to get really overwhelmed. I need to be able to have a cigarette before I can get in the car. Because I'm
Okay.
starting to really stress.
I don't want to.
Oh my god, this chick just complains and complains. I haven't heard her happy yet. Say something like, thanks, Mom. Thanks for the breakfast. You look good today, Mom. Hey, sexy, arch that. No, don't say that.
Smoke in the car because I'm allergic to
You
it.
do whatever you feel comfortable doing.
It's been so
Grandma's
long since I've
teachings.
tried to go anywhere. So I don't know how this is going to go. And I'm just praying that I'm able to do this and make it to Dr. Now. Can you open?
You can't?
She can't move the car up any?
What's the white stuff?
I love you.
Love you. But I'm glad I'm at least able to fit in the car.
Only us 600-pounders will understand the lay back in like full recline mode for an entire ride. Either that or she just likes staring at the ceiling, because she was doing that earlier too.
But I have to be like this all the way to Houston.
To the Chubb Castle we go.
This is hard for both my mom and me because she has been struggling with her health too. Thank you for taking me. I know it's a lot for you.
For my baby, I have to do this for you.
Sounds like my mom. She still calls me her baby all the time. She just will never see me as an adult in her eyes. I don't know why. I'm a grown-ass man, Mom. Stop.
Are you doing okay?
My butt's starting to hurt.
I know, honey. I don't know what to do to help
There's
it.
nothing you can do.
Massage it.
We need to stop so I can open the door and stretch a little.
I would like to go to the bathroom.
There's a bathroom right there, and I'll just stay in the car.
No, you need to
I'm
go.
not getting out here. I don't really have to go right now. I just want a cigarette, and I want to try to calm down because I'm getting really anxious.
Wait.
Get me a soda, a really big one, please. I need something with sugar to help my nerves.
That's right. Sugar for the stress. Also, the damn sodas. This lady's just on a revenge streak, apparently. And smoking at the damn gas pump? What are you doing, firebug? You trying to light this whole sucker up? Boom!
I'm in so much pain right now. I don't know how I'm going to make it 3 more hours. I just wish we had a bigger vehicle, or that there was somewhere I could get out and rest, but I can't walk far, and I'm not interested in being a freak show.
We're only an hour in, and she's already like, oh my god, I could not spend 4 hours in the car with this lady. I need some upbeat, happy vibes in that sucker.
I can see people already staring at me and probably making comments about how big I am.
Because you're trying to light them all on fire. What? They're not looking how fat you are. They're looking at you smoking at the gas pump. What is going on in this lady's brain? Is there anything in there?
And I don't need to deal with that. So I'm just not getting out because people are jerks.
guy.
There were people over there on the grass staring and pointing, just like I told you. And this lady just drove by and slowed down and just stared at me.
She braked by a gas pump? Send her to hell. No, why are we double fisting slushies? That's not going to help on the way to the weight loss doctor. But, I mean, alright. She's got her tunes in. She's ready to go. Let's listen to Sugar Sugar How'd You Get So Fly while we drink our sodas.
You don't have to worry about it. I hate people. I hate people. They
don't
think
like you
that
either.
having some kind of disability, that it's funny, you know, because they're normal or whatever, you know, but karma's a and it will come back on them. But I try my best not to let them get to me, but when they're sitting over there talking and walking around and everything, I want to tell them, if you want to take a picture, take a picture. Let's.
You better charge them for that sucker, because Dr. Now's getting it for free. But you could charge good money for that stuff. Also, karma's a bitch. Famous last words.
Just get back on the road. This is why I'd rather stay home. People have no compassion, no sense of humanity, no morals, no nothing. If everybody minded their own business, then people like me wouldn't feel like the way we do. We wouldn't feel like that we weren't a part of society.
I know, honey.
Just throw us in with the lepers.
Yeah, but the lepers are probably thin. So we wouldn't even fit in there. We'd be a leper and we'd be fat.
But her negativity is just bringing me down. I was in a pretty good mood today. I thought I'd have to watch Girl World videos to get this negative today, but here we go.
People are ignorant. There's nothing you can do about it.
Well, today is just not the day for me to deal with it, honestly. Choke Thursday.
It's what?
Damn right.
Thursday.
Well, then I'm
It's
glad
hump
you
day.
didn't get out of the car, because I don't have enough money to bail you out.
Probably just put me in the zoo with the rest of the animals.
But that's mean. Are you gonna need your inhaler? You're breathing hard.
Because I'm hurting so bad.
I know, honey. Try taking deep breaths.
We made it to Houston, but I'm in a lot of pain. And that mass on my leg feels like it opened up and is bleeding. So I just don't know how much more I'm going to be able to handle.
Did I just see a Chinese buffet? Is Dr. Now's right next to a Chinese buffet and I just never realized? That's a setup if I ever seen one, buddy. Oh, man, but it makes for good TV, alright.
I just really need all of this to be worth it. And I need to be able to get some sort of help from Dr. Now to get my body to a better place before it's too late.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
My legs don't feel good.
I'll walk it out, I'll walk it out.
Oh my God.
Did I see blood?
Are you okay?
I hurt.
I know.
To be fair, yeah, there is blood on there, but you get up from where you're sitting and you're immediately looking for your next seat like that. You can't walk that far. But she did get in there. She's breathing awfully hard. That's probably a combination of the cigarettes. I was a chain smoker too. I'd smoke like 5 Newport 100s back to back. And then walk in there and sit somewhere else and want another one.
Blood on the back of your pants from your leg.
This is my last chance to have any type of life. So if Dr. Now says there's nothing he can do for me, then I know it'll mean I'm beyond help at this point. And the only option I have left is to
Nobody's beyond health or help. The only hole you can't dig yourself out of is the grave. And yeah, you better get to work or that's where you're heading.
just go home and wait to die.
Confidence on. Poster in the background.
I'm about to see Dr. Now for the first time and find out if he can help me. But I'm in a lot of pain right now from the ride down. And I still have to get weighed, and I'm really not looking forward to that.
Jeanne Covey?
Is she pregnant? Looks like she's pregnant in this one. Actually, that's not a question any guy should ever ask. Never mind. Forget I said that.
Dr. Now is my last chance to have a life, so I have to be able to get this help today. But I'm scared because I have no idea what he's going to tell me or say, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to hold on. It's horrible segment number.
Uh-oh.
It'll be okay. You can do this.
She can do it. Technically, she's just got a higher number so she can lose more and be more successful. I wish I would have been up around 7. Then I could say I'm like 400 pounds down instead of 310.
I'm so disgusted in myself. I can't believe that it's this bad. But seeing that number and how high my weight is, I know there's no way it can get worse without my body giving out.
It hurts
So
to
I have
see.
to get this help before it's too late.
Why is she always staring at the ceiling? What is going on up there that I'm not seeing?
Hello.
Hello, how
How
are
y'all
you?
doing?
Hi,
Good, how are
Papi.
you?
Yes, fine, thank you. All right, I'm Dr. Desjardins, and you're Jeanne?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, nice to meet you guys.
Very
and
nice to meet you.
I assume that's your mom?
Yes, sir.
All right. Where y'all coming from?
Big Sandy, Texas?
Big Sandy, Texas. Up near Dallas, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's not too far. So you're here to get help to lose weight, right?
Yes, sir.
You weigh 702. Have you been overweight all your life?
Yes, sir.
What do you do for activity?
I don't do anything. I can get up, move maybe 3 feet to use my bedside commode, and then go back to my chair.
Also, she just walked all the way in here, so it's just dawning on me now that she could have walked to the damn bathroom. She just didn't want to. So, depression, whatever, she doesn't want to bathe, she doesn't want to go to the bathroom. She just wants everyone to do everything for her, and that's, I guess, one of the pits you can fall into. I didn't get to that point, but I know mental health's a hell of a thing, so that's probably what's going on.
So your situation is extremely critical. How do you get your food?
They bring it to me.
Who's they? Who lives with you?
I live with my parents, my mom and my dad.
Okay.
$27.
So your parents give you the food and you just constantly eat?
Yes, sir.
And why do you eat all day?
I was molested as a child. I was beat with metal coat hangers by my grandmother. I thought I wasn't good enough. My grandmother used to tell me I was a failure and I was worthless, and she was very abusive mentally and physically and verbally.
Okay, so for revenge, you stole her sodas instead of just spiting her and becoming successful, losing the weight, and making yourself into somebody. A lot of people told me that I was worthless, I was this, I was that, I didn't deserve to live. I got an uncle, the last thing he ever said to me was I'm an elephant and I deserve to be shot. Well, joke's on him now because I officially weigh less than him.
Okay. So how do you think we address that?
I think getting the weight loss surgery, I think that would help.
What is the problem that you think the solution is weight loss surgery?
Because I'm too heavy and I can't do it without it.
Okay, so you decided already what the solution is for your problem. But I got news for you. That solution is not the solution for your problem. Your problem is your eating disorder, and surgery does not correct eating disorder.
Okay,
A lot of people feel that way. I mean, I know I felt the surgery was the answer and that's all I needed. I teetered around, playing around with not wanting to diet beforehand. You really have to let it click that it's totally changing your whole lifestyle around. All I've seen from her is that she's the victim, all this stuff happened to her, but she's never done anything to make her life better or try to take herself to a better place. I know it's sad, and stuff that happens to kids always breaks my heart, but you have to want to do something to make your life better.
I understand that.
I hope you do, because before we even consider any weight loss surgery, I will need to see evidence that you're willing to put forth the effort to change. Because eventually you're going to need to work to address what is being driving you to eat, because if you don't, the surgery will be pointless. You understand?
Okay.
Surgery temporarily is going to keep you from eating a lot at the same time, but it won't change your choice of food and frequency of eating. Those are things that you have to do.
Okay. I understand. Thank you.
You are responsible for your behavior, and you are responsible for your eating habit. And surgery.
She don't like the word responsibility. Also, she got the right challenge today because Dr. Now's the fat lie detector. You are not pulling one over on that guy.
He's not going to correct that.
No, but it'll give me the tool to help with it.
If you want a different life, you have to be ready to do something about it.
I want to do something about it. I
Preach.
want to have a better life. I want to be able to take care of my mom and do what she needs me to do and be there for her. And I want to be able to have some kind of life that I never had a chance to.
All right, let's go over your eating habits to talk about what we need to start changing to do that. Okay, tell me a typical day. What do you eat?
My dad likes to make eggs and cheese and toast.
Okay, so you eat for lunch usually. What do you eat?
I normally don't eat lunch.
What the fuck universe are we in? Did she skip lunch and I missed it? Nah, I definitely saw about 3 lunches. She was about to get on 4th lunch if anybody let her.
Whatever label you're giving it, what do you eat
Well,
then?
we can call it dinner, but like if we get pizza, I'll have all the pizza except for 2 slices because I'm hungry.
Okay, so then after that, what do you eat?
If I get hungry, I'll have like an orange.
Then after that,
That's it.
Where the hell did the orange come from? I didn't see any of them floating around. I saw a lot of dust and flies. I did not see any oranges, but alright, I guess there's oranges.
until you go to bed?
Yeah, usually.
Okay, that's a lot, but you're still leaving a lot out because that won't get you up to over 700 pounds. So you're already blaming your weight on other things, and now you're lying to me about how much you eat. So I'm very concerned right now. Mom, what's your role in all her eating? Are you part of any of that feeding that she does and eating and all that?
I usually make like spaghetti or chili, chicken rice dish. I try to do the skinless chicken. We eat a lot of that.
Oh, so everybody's eating healthy in that house. I missed that part.
I kind of put a stop to the soda. Maybe twice a week, we get half regular soda and half diet soda. We eat a lot of oranges, a lot of lean meat, and that's about it.
That all?
Didn't you just let her double fist them out of the Fanta fountain? Like, apparently there's no soda, but she just said I need a sody, my sugar's low or something like that. Or stress, yeah.
All sounds healthy. From everything you both are telling me, there's no reason Jeanne should be anywhere close to the weight she's at. So if you both are going to lie to me, then we have a very serious dysfunctional issue that will lead to Jeanne's death if that doesn't change.
Okay.
And Jeanne, you're going to have to be the one who start doing what's needed if you want anything to change. Those are choices that you have to make now. You think you can do that?
I know I can.
Okay. All right. I'm glad to hear that. So if you want to improve your situation in your life, you are going to be responsible for your eating habit.
Yeah, that's fine.
You understand what I'm trying to
Yeah,
tell
I
you?
understand.
Okay. But what's going
Oh, buddy, I don't think this one's gonna go good. I was rooting for her, too, because she's part of the Rosy Cheek gang. I always want to see the Rosy Cheeks win out here.
on out right now? You're breathing heavy and you're shifting around. Are you in pain right now?
Yeah.
Turned on.
Because I have a sore on my leg.
Let me take a look at it.
Yeah, she's got these big lumps on her legs and they bleed. And I can't bandage it because the skin is damaged.
Oh, that's really look bad. Very badly infected. How long did...
Oh, Satan's sack, what is that thing? And you haven't been to the doctor yet? Damn, lady, you're really rolling the dice, getting that big and having that damn thing grow on the back of your leg. Whew.
Been like that.
A few months.
This is a really bad situation, and we need to address it right now before it gets any worse. All right.
Oh my god, it winked at me.
I think the best thing will be to get her in the hospital tonight and do some lab work on her and see how things are. Because this could already be life-threatening for you. And if you don't make changes right now, you're not going to live too long like this.
I understand, I know that.
Okay, so I'm going to give you some instruction. That is a 1,200 calorie a day, high protein, low carb diet that I want you to start on immediately. And over the next 2 months, I want you to lose at least 100 pounds. And I'm also going to give you some exercises to start doing so we can get you active again, okay?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, I don't think she's crying because she's in pain. I think she's crying because she just heard lose 100 pounds on your own. I don't think she was prepared for that. She had to see the show, though. We're in season 7. Like, how the hell didn't you know this was going to happen?
Okay. No more convincing yourself that you have a right to overeat because what's going on in your life, okay?
I haven't convinced myself. I know that this is a big problem, and that's why I've been trying to reach out and try to get help. And that's why I thought that you could help me, because I haven't been able to find anybody else that could.
Well, I'll help you, but it all starts with you. My ability to help you is limited to the effort you're willing to put in. So you need to understand you are responsible for your eating habit, okay?
I understand that.
Okay. And Mom, you need to make sure you and her father stop enabling her and helping to kill her by feeding her.
I'm not going to do that.
That's right. Don't you ever second guess Dr. Now again. He's the fat Avengers out here. This man will Thanos snap the hell out of that fat.
Anymore.
Okay. But Jeanne, if you hit this goal, then we will move ahead with weight loss surgery. But first, we need to get you to hospital and make sure you survive to be able to do this, okay? Because this is really very bad, and infection, it can get in bloodstream, and you won't survive it. We'll see you when you get there, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
A number of things have me concerned about Jeanne and her situation right now, because she clearly is not taking her situation
Did you guys see that? You hear that? 100 pounds. She was so mad.
seriously if she's willing to lie to me and play
2,
games. And her mother is
3.
doing the same. So there is also a dysfunctional dynamic between them that we have to address if she's gonna have any chance to make the changes she needs. So we have an uphill battle getting Jeanne to where she needs to be. But the priority right now is making sure that we get the infection on her leg under control immediately. It looks to be extremely severe right now. And if it gets into the bloodstream, she likely won't survive it. So it's very important that we work fast to prevent that, because she may not have a lot of time left at this point.
Yeah, with her hygiene and having an infection like that, I don't know how she hadn't been hospitalized already. Her breathing that hard might have something to do with that infection just like zapping her system. It also doesn't help that she's a camel killer out here.
I'm just frustrated and scared. I'm here to get help, so I know I need to do this. And I feel like Dr. Now was really hard on me, and the goal he gave me seems impossible. So it just feels unfair, and I'm discouraged about how it went. But I'm scared to find out that my leg is so bad, and that I already had a severe infection.
This is a surprise. Also, I don't think Dr. Now was mean to her in any way. He's just a very blunt person. I like blunt people. Tell it like it is, honestly.
So I just want to get to the hospital right now, because I don't want it to get worse, or any more dangerous than it already is. And I just hope that it's already not at any point where it could kill me, and it's already too late.
Actual surgical procedures.
I've been in the hospital a couple of days, and it hasn't been a pleasant experience so far. They've been having to clean out the big infection in my leg to help get rid of some dead flesh. And it's been painful and feels like it's just raw down there.
Also, this is probably the cleanest place you've ever friggin' been, so that probably is a little bit of a culture shock to you.
I'm hoping it starts to get better soon, and that it stops hurting as bad. And Dr. Now has also had me on a controlled diet while I'm here. So that was an abrupt change that I wasn't expecting. And that's made dealing with all of this extra hard. So
Oh my god. I wasn't expecting the diet. That's the problem. No, you're in there fighting for your damn life because you got that bad an infection and you're worried about the controlled diet.
I'm just ready to be home. Because being here is really hard.
Love up, Granny.
Oh, that's a lot of blood. I haven't seen that much blood before. Is it just dripping?
Sprung a leak.
Pouring.
May I help you, please?
She's bleeding a lot. I need somebody in here.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, it hurts. I'm sure it does, honey.
Why does her face always look like somebody just ripped ass right into her nostrils? She always just has this, like, I don't know what it is.
Just don't mess with it.
Well, I wanted to try to stop the bleeding. It's just pouring out. Come in.
Where are you bleeding from?
From
Your
your
leg.
leg.
Okay. You would always been bleeding that much?
No, it's never bled this much. My first thought when I came around the corner and saw the blood on the floor was panic. It did startle me, but I try not to let her see if I'm scared or whatever, because if I'm concerned, it's going to concern her more.
Hi, Jeanne, how are you doing?
Okay, thank you.
Daddy's
I
home.
see that you started some bleeding from that mass in your leg, huh?
Yes.
Once we got Jeanne in the hospital, we were able to get a better look at the sore she has on her leg. To see that infection she has is very severe. Her overall hygiene seems to be extremely poor. Her mom says she's been trying to keep Jeanne clean, but she's not washing her every time she uses the bathroom, so there is feces on the back of her leg and in the cracks and her sores. And she has some
Wait, so that's a poop sack? Ew. Also, that makes a lot more sense. That house is not sanitary. We're not exactly living in a clean environment, so she's gonna get infections somehow if that's the case.
dead flesh around it that we have to remove. And her skin is so deteriorated in that area that it's going to take a while for us to get it to heal properly, because the skin is so broken down that it can't heal on its own. But with how bad it is, I think it would have been a month or two before the infection got in her bloodstream and killed her. So it's very important that Jeanne realize that she needs to drastically improve her health now and lose as much weight as possible before her body gives out. All right, we have you all cleaned up for now, Jeanne.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so this is going to be a challenge for us to get you to heal properly, and it's going to take a while. So it needs to stay clean. And if it's bleeding, we will need to rewrap it with new bandage over time.
Yeah, she probably should have changed it more than that. I don't know. Maybe her getting up and out of the bed, the kind of the way she was moving across the bed, probably ripped it open, if anything.
But we're going to need to keep you here on antibiotic for at least a couple of weeks to make sure your infection is cleared up enough to where it's safe to send you home.
Okay.
And we'll teach you and your mom how to keep it clean properly to make sure it doesn't come back once we get you going in the right direction. But two things is going to be very important for you to do, okay?
Okay.
One, your blood tests show you smoke, but that has to stop now. Nicotine inhibits blood flow that can prevent proper healing. So if you continue to smoke, then your leg won't heal and will lead to...
They canceled my surgery because I was still smoking too, but they were like, it won't let you heal, yada, 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 you have to quit. I was so pissed, man. I went home and I just went crazy. I gained back a bunch of weight. And then they called me later and I was like, oh shit, I thought I really wasn't going to follow through with this. And then I ended up right back in there.
Many other health issues in your condition. So no more. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, good. The other thing is, it's very important that you start to lose weight immediately to reduce the strain on your body. So you have the diet instruction, and when you go home, you need to start on it immediately. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have had you on controlled diet, and you told us you're not happy about that.
No, I'm not.
But let's get your weight check and see what kind of progress you're making after being on 1,200 calories for a couple of days.
Of course she's not happy. Did you see the way she just ate? She was served by everybody, and they brought her pizza, friggin' breakfast. I mean, Whataburger, and then friggin' cupcake. She was eating good out here.
All right, Jeanne.
Uh-oh. Where are we at?
It's falling.
Dinner and a show.
$685. So
20 pounds?
you lost 17 pounds.
That's right, 20 pounds. We round up when we get that big. Don't take it from us. Just let us shoot up a couple.
In just a few days, huh?
Yeah.
See, sticking with the diet is gonna help you to lose weight rapidly.
Yeah.
You see what you're capable of if you stick to the diet? So we'll help you to lose some weight and get you to your goal while you're here. And then, once we get your infection doing better, we get you home. And you need to lose 100 pounds by your next appointment, okay?
All right, thank you, Dr.
All right. So if you need anything, call me.
Okay.
Okay? See you soon. It's not going to be easy to turn Jean's situation around because there are a lot of obstacles we need to overcome for her to get to where she needs. We'll do as much as we can to help her right now, but this all still has to come down to her. If she's ready to do this, then she needs to hit her goal and show me. But if she doesn't, and she chooses to continue to lie and make excuses, then nothing we do in the long run will be effective. But I'm hoping she and her mom realize how serious Jean's situation is and how quickly she's running out of time.
I don't know. The controlled diet, I'm sure, is way easier for her. It doesn't look like her mom's actually sneaking things in, so she's actually trying to help. She's not, like, smuggling burritos in her prison pocket or anything. But I don't think she's happy about it, and I don't think once she gets out of here, it'll go anywhere positive.
I'm glad I'm getting my leg treated before it got even worse. I just really, really want to go home and start my diet there. Back in a place where I'm comfortable and that's familiar. But until then, I don't really have a choice. I have to put up with this and get through it if I want to live.
Or she wants to go home, where all the friggin', like, Pizza Huts are. Uh-oh.
After a couple of weeks in the hospital, Dr. Nell let me come home, and I was really happy to get out of there. Being in the hospital was so miserable because they were constantly doing things to my legs. And I couldn't even smoke. But there were some good
Oh my god. She's so screwed. There's no way this is gonna go well.
things that came out of it, because they helped get rid of all the dirt and dead skin around the sore on my leg and cleared up my infection enough to come home. So my leg is feeling better. And I told my mom I'd take on one chore where I feed the dogs and give them their food and water every day to help motivate me to get up. Mom, we have 9 dogs. So doing that gives me a good amount of exercise for the day.
What are you talking about? I'll do one chore, Mom. I'm 39 years old, but I'll dump some food in a big-ass bucket that's old. Those poor dogs, man. All the flies going around. That extra strong sniffer. That's got to be a hell of a house to live in. House of horrors.
Without making my sore worse or bleed. I need to go pee. But the doctor said I have to make sure I clean it every day, especially after every single time I use the bathroom. And they also showed my mom how to do it better. Dr. Now said with how bad we let it get and how much damage is done to the skin around there, it's going to take months to fully heal. But no matter what it takes, my mom and I want to do everything we can.
Is that a chicken wing on her arm? Nah, it's frog legs. Frog legs are good, actually. But yeah, no. Your mom's about to get friggin' pink eye with you loading, locked, and loaded like that.
For me to get better. Is it bleeding through?
It's
Watch out,
bleeding
Mom.
a little bit, but just not much like it was earlier.
This car backfires.
With the skin so saggy, it's just hard to have the tape stick.
While I was in the hospital and on the controlled diet, I was able to lose 53 pounds. So when I left, I was down to 649.
That's good.
And Dr. Now said they helped me get halfway to my goal. So all I need to do is lose the other half on my own before my next appointment.
That's about as generous as he gets, because he usually wants you to do it beforehand. If he gave you that kind of an option, like just finish it up, you should have been friggin' like ecstatic about that.
So my mom has been focusing on only making meals with lots of protein.
Ew, why didn't they show us her wash her hands or anything? That's a hell of a nasty burger, and it was already brown. That meat's like old.
And I'm trying to make sure there are no carbs in my diet at all, because I really want to lose the weight and get healthy again. My follow-up appointment with Dr. Now is in 1 month, and when I go back, I have to get my approval. Because I know Dr. Now is probably right, and
That's got to be a little bit more than 1,200 calories. I mean, the turkey burger, taco salad thing, yeah, I did that too. But that's way too damn much. You're not going to lose any weight eating that.
but I don't have a lot of time. So I have to do this now, before it's too late.
With a couple flies on the side. We're back, baby.
I'm back in Houston with my mom to see Dr. Now for my next appointment. It was hard getting
Keep bouncing that leg. Burn some extra calories before Dr. Now gets a hold of you.
back here again. But I'm hoping this appointment goes better than the first one, because I don't want to end up back in the hospital. But my mom and I have worked hard to make sure my leg gets better and that it doesn't get infected again.
Fast
So
feet,
my
fast feet.
concern is mostly making sure I get approved for weight loss surgery today.
Jeanne, Covey?
At my last appointment, I was 702 pounds. But while I was in the hospital, I lost 53 pounds and got down to 649.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 632 is my guess.
And Dr. Now told me to lose another 50 pounds on my own. So that means I need to be down to 599 today.
Went out. I should have went up. Shit, I knew it. Whoopsie.
How's that
This is gonna
possible?
be good.
I knew my mom and I made all the changes and worked really hard. So I can't really explain it, but I'm scared because I
That's right, I fed the dogs once a damn day. I was working my ass off.
have to get weight loss surgery before it's too late. And I don't know what's going to happen now, or what Dr. Now will say. Come in.
Come in,
Hello.
big sexy.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How you all doing?
Doing okay.
All right, Jeanne. We got you in the hospital and you lost 53 pounds, halfway to your goal. So all you needed to do was lose the remaining 50 pounds in 6 weeks on your own to get down to your overall goal I gave you. But instead, you gained back 29 pounds.
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
I mean, I had a day that I
Food.
went over the 1,200 calories.
So one bad day and you gained 30 pounds?
Right, we need to study this lady. She gained 29 pounds in a day? Damn.
Is that what you're telling me now? Okay, wait a minute. You see the evidence of what you lose when you're on diet and eating what you should. So there's no way you're eating 1,200 calories. There's no way you're eating 2,000 calories. There's no way you're eating 4,000 calories. That math doesn't add up.
Right, yeah, I
So-
messed up. I didn't
so-
do it properly, and I'm gonna work harder. That's all I have to say. I messed up.
Okay, what I want to know is why I should believe that when you have every chance to do it, but you're still lying to me. You're overeating, eating too much.
Okay, I won't overeat anymore. I will make sure that
Okay,
it's the
what is-
1,200 calories, because I'm gonna prove you wrong that I can do this. I'm gonna do it.
That's right, Doctor. Now she's getting pissed off. You better hide your 12-pack. You gotta get that thing out of the work area. She's a soda stealer.
You told me 2 months ago that you will do it. And until you're willing to be honest, not much will change. And you don't have time for this. And this is something that both of you need to understand, that this is your life and you're damaging your body by overeating and you're running out of time.
Tears don't work on Doctor now. He has a whole swimming pool full of 600-pound tears.
And if you hadn't come to see me the first time and haven't had your infection treated, you'll be dead. The only way that you're gonna survive is if you start to take this seriously, but you're not. And you're not focused on doing this.
If I wasn't focused, I wouldn't have stopped smoking, and I wouldn't have stopped soda.
Okay, you're giving yourself a really good pass because
No, I'm not giving myself a
That-
pass, but it means that I can do it.
that's two bad habits you had. You're taking them away, but you're not making any progress, and you think this is something that we should...
I didn't get fat overnight, and it's not gonna take a couple weeks or a month or whatever. Everybody's different.
I mean, that's true, but you did gain 29 pounds in a day, so I'm not sure about that one. It might have happened in about a week at that rate.
And I'm gonna do it.
The problem is I've been underestimating the amount of food that I've been...
Which part of that you don't understand that...
Oh, I
you-
understand, but I didn't realize that
you're
I was
overeating
doing it.
yourself and you overfeeding her too.
I understand that. I'm screwing up.
No, you don't. You're both lying. And you don't plan on changing. You still plan to make excuses and hope I believe you and just give you the surgery. You tell me you're going to do this, Jeanne. What's the difference now? And 2 months ago,
Because I'm motivated to do it. I was motivated then to do it.
Ooh, Doctor, now you better watch out. I don't even think he responds anymore when fat people yell at him. I think you could be yelling at him, "Watch out, Doctor, now, a car's coming your way." He's just not going to believe you because he's so used to being lied to. This man's the fat lie detector now. Like, he'll call you right out on your stuff, though. I love it.
and then what happened? What went wrong?
If I knew that, I could tell you. I don't know.
I'm
She
telling
ate
you
orange.
what went wrong and why, but you're not listening to me. Instead, you're fighting me and trying to defend yourself for your behavior and telling me that you stopped smoking. and
Because you're
taking
not
medicine.
understanding.
Okay, I've seen 9,000 people up to this point like you. And you tell me I can't understand you between the 9,000 people that none of
9,000 times 600, that's 54,000 pounds he's had in that office. You guys might have to replace the tile here soon, buddy.
them are different than you.
Everybody is not
I
the
do
same.
understand you. Everybody's different. But the instruction for everybody is the same. Look, help is you. It's not me. You're like a person falling off the cliff, and we're throwing a rope for you, and you're screaming that we're not helping you. Because you don't want to do the work to climb up. You want someone else to do it for you and to make excuses. But if you don't catch the rope, you're not going to be able to pull yourself out.
If I
To be fair, I don't think she could pull herself up anyway. I don't even think I could. But my principal used to say that to me when I was in high school. He'd call my mom and say, "Sean's in here digging a hole. We tried to give him a ladder. He wants another shovel. He's going deeper." But yeah, no, that's a typical thing to do when you're just like kind of self-destructive.
didn't know I had a problem, I wouldn't be here to begin with. I know that this is my last chance. I know that I'm dying. I know that I'm not going to make it if I don't get help. And I'm trying to do whatever I can. So I messed up. I'm sorry.
Okay, then lose 100 pounds in 2 months, then I believe you.
Okay, so I will cut it, what I'm eating now, in half. And hopefully that will be the whole 1,200.
Okay, so we gained 29, so we're only going to gain 14 and a half next time. But remember, we always round up because that's how we do this. So we're going to gain 20 or so, okay?
Calories.
You need to cut it a lot more than that. But I'm gonna give you another chance. So prove me wrong. Show me you're ready to do this. Okay?
Okay.
I see you both in 2 months. In that time, lose 100 pounds. If you want to move ahead with without surgery.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, great. If you need anything, let me know. Okay?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I need weight loss surgery.
There's absolutely no excuse for Jeanne's weight gain and poor progress. But the reality is she had no intention of doing the diet or any of the other things she needed to get to her goal. I do believe she wants to lose weight, but she expects all the hard work to be done for her. And when the results are not there, she claims it's because she's the victim of unfair circumstance that is outside her control. And her mom facilitated that perception by defending her and trying to take the blame. And until
her mom's just kind of trying to act like a shield, she's probably done it for her whole life. And this is what happens. Whenever you, like, just shield yourself from your kid, they don't take any responsibility or any, like, their actions are not their fault ever. You saw, it's all about the damn oranges. We're blaming California for this sucker.
Jeanne is willing to give up this facade and stops lying to me, then nothing will change and she won't lose the weight. But at this point, she likely has less than a year to live if she doesn't start to lose a significant amount of weight.
Dr. Now isn't being fair at all. But I'm going to prove him wrong. And I'm going to do better and lose the weight I need. And then I'm going to shove my progress in his face. And it's going to feel really, really good to do that.
I don't think we should be shoving anything in anybody's face here, especially not your own. That's how you gained all this damn weight. Big Sandy. I just like saying it.
It's been a month since my last appointment with Dr. Now, and I've been working my butt off to lose as much as possible. I'm determined to show Dr. Now that I'm going to do this.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So I'm eating a lot better, and my mom has
bad.
cut back on a lot of stuff that she makes for me. In some ways, I feel like I was back at the hospital with how small my meals are and with how bland some of it tastes. But I'm doing whatever I need this time. I've also been making sure I do my exercises every single day.
Kind of diva plate, but also she's been feeding the dog twice a day this time. So we're definitely going to lose twice as much weight.
No matter how tired I am or how much I don't want to do them.
Thank you. That was good.
My leg has been hurting a lot, and I'm scared I'm going to make the sore a lot worse. So I've been focusing on doing what I can in bed. Dr. Now gave me this armband.
Bedroom cardio. I see you. She must have downloaded Tinder. Also, at least she's trying actual exercise now instead of just feeding the dogs.
And some upper body exercises that have me working really hard to increase my strength and what I'm able to do. It's tough, but I feel good once I'm done. And I know I'm getting stronger because I can do more the next time. My next appointment with Dr. Now is in about a month, and I can't wait to go back and show him all my progress and how well I've done. So he'll see how he was wrong, and then he'll owe me and my mom an apology for how he treated us.
Damn right. Saving your life, he owes you an apology.
My mom and I are in Houston again for my third appointment with Dr. Now. And this time, I'm feeling a lot more confident about my progress. I've pushed myself to get to my goal today and show Dr. Now I'm working hard and to prove to him I can do this.
Jeanne, Cubby.
I think that other lady had to be pregnant now because she's gone. The time frame kind of lines up. She might be on maternity leave. We got this new chick in here, so I'm guessing maybe.
At my last appointment 2 months ago, I was 678. And Dr. Now gave me the same goal of losing 100 pounds in 2 months. So that means I should be below 578
52.
today.
Oh, shit. That ain't gonna do it, sweetie. 8 pounds is a little bit of X-Lax for you. Oh, damn. Oh, shove that in his face, all right. Doctor, now you take that 8 pounds, baby. Shock and awe.
That can't possibly be right.
Damn
I
oranges.
know. My mom and I worked extremely hard to make sure I ate right and did everything I needed. So this just doesn't make any sense and I don't know what to do. But I'm really frustrated and upset. So I don't want to be here right now, and I just want to get this appointment over with so we can go home.
Good luck, you got hell to pay.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How you all doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. So you were given the same goal as the first time to lose 100 pounds in 2 months.
Yes, sir.
Instead, you lost 8 pounds. The only positive with that is that at least you didn't gain. But
It's
it's
still
not
weight
much of a
loss.
loss. So what did you fix this time?
I try to push myself as much as I possibly can, but I've started having a lot of pain with the lump on the side of my stomach. This is like really extremely painful, and my mom started having complications from a surgery she had last year.
What complications are you having, Barbara?
It's really bothering me. And I can feel.
What is with you guys and infections in this damn house? That could gag a maggot. Look at that thing. Lady, why is nobody taking care of themselves here?
It's still tearing. I'm trying to be real careful with it. But I see a lot of movement in here. And then there's still that little part there that's not healing.
It's a lot.
That's starting to get infected and is opening up. And if it does that, then your intestine will be exposed. So that is a serious issue that could be life-threatening for you. You too have to take better care of yourself. But let me see where you're hurting, Jeanne.
Oh, it's open there.
Yeah, you have infection too. So I'm gonna arrange for a medical transport and get you both in the hospital to find out the extent of what's going on with you both before.
You think this lady hates the controlled diet that much? She's gonna make sure to wash her ass so she don't end up back in the hospital, but no. She re-rolled the dice and she got the same damn answer. F around and find out, alright?
Else poor hygiene kills you. Jeanne, your body cannot take any additional strain right now. But Barbara, you're gonna end up just as bad off if you don't take care of yourself either.
Okay.
So I'll see you both over there shortly, okay?
Thank you.
Once again, there is no improvement with Jeanne's situation. And at this point, I'm very concerned that we're not going to be able to get her to wake up and take this seriously in time. And there is no way she can keep going like this. So the next and final step we can try is to send her to psychotherapy. And maybe that will help. To start to break her of the delusion she refuses to give up, where she believes she can continue to lie about her situation and pretend that she's doing everything she can, while her health continues to decline. And now her mom has similar issue because of their overall lack of proper hygiene and attention to their health. So before we do anything else, we need to get them both admitted to the hospital and determine what we need to do to treat their condition to prevent their health from declining any further.
To be fair, she probably needs therapy more than a lot of people in the show. She's going through so much, and she just, I don't know, she's sitting here, she don't want to take accountability for anything. She's trying, she's doing this, but everyone's just against her, nothing's her fault. I don't know why she's like that. The only thing I can say is, nobody told her no as a kid.
This is all becoming a nightmare. All I need is weight loss surgery.
Me either,
And not
honestly.
only did I not get my approval, I have to go back into the hospital with my mom. So I'm extremely disappointed and depressed. And I'm scared I'm going to run out of time. So this is all just starting to feel completely and utterly hopeless.
it's not hopeless, but you can feel defeated if you just keep having losses like that. But to be fair, she hadn't really put in like a good effort yet.
We have Jeanne and her mom, Barbara, both admitted to the hospital right now, and we are treating them for some severe issues. Jeanne has a really bad infection, so we are putting an IV in her to start her on some antibiotic to try to prevent it from getting any worse, because her body won't be able to handle it if it does. But I'm actually more worried about Barbara right now. It seems she had surgery about a year ago for perforated colon, but it hasn't healed right, and she developed a hernia there, and she hasn't had it treated. So at this point, the wound is infected and starting to open back up to where her intestine will soon be exposed. So she's at a crucial point where if we don't take action and perform surgery on her to address that right now, it's going to kill her soon. So we are worried.
None of this shocks me at all. The way their house was, the way they didn't want to bathe, I don't know. Nobody even showed their bathroom because nobody's been in there yet, I don't think.
Working to try and save both Jeanne and Barbara right now.
Come in.
Hey, Jeanne.
Hello, doctor.
Well, your infection is already pretty severe, so it's going to take a while for it to clear up. Let me see how the infected area is looking now that we cleaned you up some. Let it go and see what happened.
Ooh, baby.
How's your stomach feel?
Feels okay. It doesn't hurt or anything.
And I think you eventually need this surgically removed, but you have to lose a lot of weight to get to that point.
Okay.
So we have a long way to go before we even close to being able to consider that. And after we get your infection under control, we're gonna have to have a serious conversation about what next steps are for you. Because we have done just about everything we can to get you to do this. And you still are playing the same games. So
Uh-oh, Dr. Now's about to kick your ass out. You better get moving, sis. Damn. Like, he's trying. You're not trying. You've done absolutely nothing. Like, absolutely nothing besides sit there and complain that you should have lost more.
at this point, the only option we have is to send you to psychotherapy and see if they can get through to you. And if you want to do this, you need to go to that and then lose the weight. But other than that, this is your last chance. You understand me?
Okay.
Okay, good. And once we get your infection cleared up, we can get you going home, okay?
Yeah.
But it's gonna take a little longer for your mom to be ready to go because we need to do surgery on her tomorrow to address her issues with the wound she has. She has an infection too, and some other issues with her intestine being stuck to the scar tissue that had advanced to a very dangerous place with her. So surgery is our only option to address that, and we
Sounds like her last surgeon just botched something totally. If her, I don't know, maybe that's like a natural complication that happens to some people, but that don't sound good to me. I don't know a whole lot about it, though.
need to do that now to make sure she's okay.
Okay, how long will she be in the hospital?
Well, maybe about 4 days after surgery, okay?
Does she have, like, really good chances?
We're gonna take very good care of her, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I'll check
Better
on you
than you
soon.
right now.
In the meantime, we're gonna see if we can get you in better shape, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right, thank you. I'm really upset right now. I know I'm going to be on another controlled diet again.
My mom's about to have surgery. I'm really upset right now. I'm about to be on a controlled diet. 1,200 calories? Can you believe that shit? That's so low. Come on, lady. You're really playing, like, chicken with your life at this point. And that car is speeding right at you. And it's a semi. It's coming just full on, big on wheels right at you.
And I'm scared to hear how bad off my mom is.
Oh, that's
I
second.
just wish we were both already through this and we could go home. Because I really don't want to be here.
Diet is a curse word.
Today I'm going into my hernia surgery. I'm not really afraid for me. I just worry more about my daughter and my husband. Because if something happened to me, there would be nobody to take care of her.
Oh, she's a sweet lady, man. I think she's trying. I just think she's very misguided in the way she helps. Most parents to like kids, like my mom will still want to cook me dinner. I can't have it, but some maternal part of her just wants to do it. I can't let her do it because I want to lose weight.
The plan was that she'd get her surgery first and I take care of her, then I have my surgery. But there's been complications with her weight loss and her infection and everything, so it just didn't work out that way.
Right now, I'm really nervous about my mom going in for major surgery. My dad is really nervous too. He wishes he could be here, but he can't drive and doesn't have a car. So I just want...
So your mom's the only one that can do anything in this household. Drive a car, like cook, anything. She's doing everything except cleaning, because nobody did that at all in that house.
I want her to come out okay, and for this all to be over.
Today we are attempting to address a number of issues with Jeanne's mom, Barbara, that require immediate surgical intervention. But this is going to be an extremely complicated operation that will be very difficult to complete because any number of things could go wrong. So bad, messed up stomach in my wife. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. Her hernia is extremely big, but she has also developed a significant amount of scar tissue in her abdomen that is wrapped around her intestines, causing further complications that will become life-threatening to her too. And the goal is to address...
This is like the craziest looking surgery I've seen him do yet on the show. This poor lady probably going to take a long time to heal up.
and correct all of that today. Because if we don't, Barbara's condition is going to get much worse. The scar tissue has caused her stomach to become distended and sagged, so we're gonna have to remove that excess skin she has.
My mom has been in surgery a really long time, so my dad and I are really worried. I've always been the type of person to keep my emotions inside because I don't like showing vulnerability.
When did that happen? I've only seen her yell, scream, and cry, and somebody pointed at her for smoking at a gas pump. This chick's like the picture of control, apparently.
But I've heard nothing, and I hope Dr. Now comes by soon. My mom has been my rock, and I need her.
Okay, it's almost off. Okay.
That's what she said.
This is the hernia sac and all the extra skin attached to it. So you just put that over there. All right, we can stitch her up. Okay, pull it together.
God, they peeled her like an orange. I can't show any of that. So much blood, man.
Hold it. All right, Barbara's surgery went very well. This was a really very messed up abdomen. She had a lot of scar tissue, big hernia, and a lot of extra tissue that we need to take off so we can close the abdomen. We also have to remove a significant amount of fat, skin, and intestine, all intertwined in the scar tissue she had. So this is 9 pounds of scar tissue and excess skin.
Damn, she just had more removed than her daughter lost in a month. That's insane.
It should take Barbara 4 to 5 days before she's in a good place to be able to leave the hospital. And about the same amount of time for us to get Jeanne's infection cleared up enough for her to leave too. But it will be at least another week before it's safe for Barbara to drive, so they won't be able to go home for a couple of weeks. But in that time, we can probably get Jeanne's weight down at least 50 pounds and help get her weight going in the right direction.
I mean, Dr. Now's doing everything he can for her. Absolutely everything. There's nothing that he's really asking her to do at this point. He's doing it all, because she won't lose weight on her own at home.
Making sure she doesn't gain it all back will be the biggest issue. So I'm hoping if we started going to psychotherapy, that they may be able to start having influence on her, to get her to start taking this seriously, because we tried everything else. But this will be her last chance, because if this doesn't work, then there'll be nothing more we can do for her.
Waiting for results is agonizing. And my dad's driving me nuts because he keeps calling and wanting to know something, and I can't tell him anything if I don't know anything. I am just wanting to talk to the doctor and hear how it went.
He's driving you nuts because he's worried about your mom? Do you think about anybody besides yourself or what you're going to eat next? You might be one of my least favorite people I've ever watched on here.
Hello.
Hi, Jeanne. All right, your mom's surgery went very well. And we got her hernia fixed, and we took all that extra skin, ulcerated skin off.
So it was a big mess.
And she lost more weight than you did in the last month in about 4 hours, so there's that.
It was a big mess, yeah. It was a very big mess.
Okay.
But we'll see how she does with healing, okay?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome.
To know the surgery went well and that my mom is doing good now is a huge relief to me. And I know it'll be for my dad, too. Hey, so the doctor just came in and said that the surgery went very well and they got everything fixed up.
Okay. And it took 4 hours.
Well, he said that it was a mess in there and the hernia and all that stuff. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So she's
4 hours doesn't seem that bad for that surgery. I think they blocked off like 6 hours for me for my weight loss surgery in the morning, just in case it ran long because I was a high-risk patient.
fine. She's doing good. He said it went really well.
Okay, good.
Okay. Well, you get some rest. I love you.
I love you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Hopefully, we'll be able to go home soon because I don't want to be here any longer. And I need to be able to get back to focusing on my weight loss. I'm considering going to see the therapist that Dr. Now wants me to see once my mom fully recovers and we can come back to Houston. But I just need to be able to get home and be somewhere I can have some control. And I'll prove Dr. Now wrong by getting to where I need.
This lady is so self-centered, I'm starting to get a migraine. This is insane. More water.
Dr. Now says my infection has cleared up enough for me to go home. So the only thing I'm waiting on is for my mom to recover enough to be discharged. She should be well enough to leave by tomorrow. And I can't wait for that. But we won't be able to go home for another week because my mom's not cleared to drive yet.
Oh my God. You can't do anything yourself. Why can't you order an Uber, a taxi, something? It would be expensive to go 4 hours back. But, I mean, you could go home on your own. You don't need her there, but I guess it's nice you're there to help her. But then again, I ain't really seen you do much for her.
So we'll have to stay in a hotel for a little bit. But I'm okay with that, as long as I don't have to stay here in the hospital. We've been trying to let my dad know that we'll be home soon. But he hasn't been picking up. So my mom and I are hoping we get a hold of him soon.
So are you getting your exercise in?
Yeah, I'll probably come down and see you another time or two today.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad it's over with, but I feel like crap. I'm definitely better today than yesterday, but still not good.
I mean, they peeled you like an orange, so you're probably not going to feel great for a little while. But that's what they make the happy pills for.
It's hard seeing my mom like this. I wish she didn't have to take care of me, and that I was able to take care of her like she deserves. So when I get home, it's going to be my mission to do everything I set out to do when I started this journey.
Damn right. Uh-oh. Did something happen to him? No, I for sure thought it was going to be something happened to them. They're both the infectious, like, I don't know, man. They are, like, getting infection left and right. I didn't think anything would happen to this dude. I was trying to think of a funny word to go after infection. I couldn't think of one.
I just want to get a hold of my dad and make sure everything's all right. So we called the police to do a welfare check and try and find out what's going on. So the sheriff is going over right now to do that. But I'm just starting to get worried. And I want him to know that we're coming back soon.
Vroom, vroom. Not
Hello?
a per...
Yes. Yes, ma'am, but the door's not locked. Just please tell them to not hurt the dogs.
Aren't you worried about your... I guess you would be worried about your dogs too, but I'm Team Cat today, as you could see. I'm wearing my Shane Dawson merch, so not worried about the dogs. Then again, I've never owned a cat, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's no weapons at all. You know, I don't know. He told my mom just to stay as long as she needed to because she had had surgery. We don't know what happened. I was wondering if maybe he ran out of minutes on his phone, or maybe he's had a tendency of washing his phone in the washing machine.
I didn't even think phones still had minutes, but now that's making me remember when I had this big old brick Nokia when I was in high school that my mom got me. I hated that thing so much. 10 cents a text. And then she gave me a regular, like, flip phone. And then my first month's bill was like $450 for texting girls without a damn text plan.
Yeah. Okay. All right, thank you. Bye.
Are they there now?
They're on the way. They just wanted to know if Dad ever acted out. Probably something simple.
Yeah, hopefully he just ran out of minutes on his phone.
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'm praying that everything was all right. And I really want an update.
They're not going to make this so I feel bad for her, are they? Because I've been I might have been a little mean on this one. I don't think so, though. I think she kind of warranted it, but I'm going to feel really bad if something happened to this guy.
Hello? Yes. Yes. That's my dad. I don't know. Was he in the back bedroom?
Is he okay?
No.
She doesn't even seem upset. Like, she's just so deadpan. Like, I don't care. I just want to go home and get off this controlled diet.
Did he look like maybe he passed in his sleep? Okay.
Now it's hitting her, I guess.
We're in Houston. I have to find a way to get home. Are the dogs okay?
Those poor dogs, because how long did they say he hadn't answered? Oh, I guess then again, they just dump a bucket on the ground, so they had some kind of food. That's sad, though, man. There's no way she's going to keep sticking on this diet because she has a tendency to let her emotions and stress cause her to make self-destructive choices.
Can you just, like, I don't know, have somebody come and get him, I guess?
Get him from where? Get your dad?
No, I'm not talking about that. Come and get my dad. Okay. All right, thank you so much.
Will somebody stay there?
Bye. Got a funeral service coming to get him.
That's sad, but I didn't think there was any way in hell that he was going to check out before them. That guy looked like the lost link, like, I can't say nothing mean. He was a lovely man, except for he walked out on your mom and you. But I still would feel sad.
The sheriffs told me that my dad, in fact, was deceased. It looked like he just went to sleep and just didn't wake up. I don't think it has really hit me. It's a lot to process. I'm worried about my mom. She's really upset. She's loved him for...
What do you expect her to feel? But also, if it was my dad, even if I'm in the damn hospital and 600 friggin' pounds, I'm gonna try to walk my ass home. I'll get there. There's no way I'm just gonna let him be alone. I don't get it, man. She doesn't want to just, like, hurry up, rush home. Maybe they have some way they can send him home.
Like 40 years. She's doing, I guess, well as can be expected. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but my mom and I both need to get home to be with my dad. I just can't believe this has happened. But I can't be here anymore. I have to go.
Barbara, I'm so sorry. I just heard about your husband. Do you know what happened?
It said it looked like he just went to sleep and didn't wake up.
Well, at least he passed kind of peacefully then, if that's the case. But Dr. Now, I already get the feeling from him that he is not good with dealing with people crying because he's so used to just telling them off when they cry and try to bulldoze him.
I'm so sorry. I gather that you need to get back home as soon as possible.
I said, okay.
Let me make some arrangement to get some medical transport for you to get you home safely, okay? Okay.
What about my car? That's the only car I have.
Well, maybe we can get somebody to drive that for you.
Thank you, Doc. I appreciate it.
So what you need to do every hour, get out of the car and walk for 5-10 minutes so you don't develop blood clot, okay? All right, we make arrangement for you to get back home, okay?
Thank you, Doc. I appreciate it.
Okay, so blood clots after surgery, very big deal. She can't just be sitting there all day. She has to walk at least a few times a day. Which, yeah, the daughter didn't have any surgery. I'm sitting here thinking she just had weight loss surgery. That didn't happen.
Sorry about your loss.
That's terrible.
If either of you need anything, let me know. And I'll see you both soon. You take care. With what has happened to Jeanne and Barbara and their loss, we're obviously going to give them some time to take care of what they need and mourn their loss. As much as I understand this is a hard time for them, they both need to make sure they still do what they need to prioritize their health. And I'm concerned about the ticking clock we still have with Jeanne. So it's very important that she still starts psychotherapy and try to lose weight after they have had some time to go home and do what they need. So we'll get their transport set up, and after a little bit, reach out to set that up because Jeanne, unfortunately, still doesn't have a lot of time to waste.
I mean, I know it's sad, it's a terrible situation, but there's no way that she's just not going to kind of backslide and just go ahead and, like, grieve with Grimace or whatever and get herself, like, 50 chicken nuggets or something. So, while it's terribly sad, you would want your dad to see you in a better place and you trying to better your life, and he probably just wanted better for you in general. So, Maybe you just kind of work off that memory and try to make him proud of you and turn things around?
My mom and I are going home. We've been on the road for a few hours. And we're thankful Dr. Now arranged for a medical transport. And we're about an hour out from home. We hadn't heard from my dad and couldn't get a hold of him yesterday. So we called to have a wellness check made on him. And they found him in his bed, and he had passed away. I just can't believe he's gone. And to be honest, the diet is the last thing I'm worried about right now.
Saw that one coming, but yeah, I guess in that moment, you're just so grief-stricken you wouldn't be. I can't even say that I wouldn't respond the same way and just go back to something that made me comfortable. As much as I joke around and stuff like that, I totally could understand what she's feeling here to an extent. Obviously, I've never lost somebody that close to me, like, thankfully.
How can I really even worry about that when I'm going through one of the most painful moments of my life? But my mom is still recovering from her surgery. And I'm still getting over the last part of my infection. So we have to be careful. We've stopped a couple times because Dr. Now told my mom she needs to get out every hour and walk a little to keep her blood flowing. So she doesn't get a blood clot so soon after surgery.
Walking couldn't hurt you either. We're still trying to lose weight here. We're on my 600-pound life, so you could hop out and do a couple laps too.
But we're getting close to being home. And I think it's getting harder for us. Because my mom and I know it's going to be really emotional when we get there. And we're not looking forward to that.
What were you thinking about?
Dad said that he wanted to be cremated.
Oh, I didn't ever think I was gonna have to go through this. I'm dreading going home. I never thought my husband wouldn't be there to meet me.
Aw.
I know, I'm sorry.
I'll just sleep in the bed. He died. Everything will remind me of him.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. I don't know why that didn't dawn on me, how terribly, like, sad that is. Damn, this went from, like, this is a roller coaster of emotions right here, man.
I don't know how we're going to handle it when we get there. This is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
That's what she said. Sorry, I can't help it.
We're finally home. And my mom and I are struggling because this is just so hard and painful to walk into our home without my dad. It shouldn't be like this.
Do these dogs... That's a hell of a second to pause it. But do these dogs just run around free everywhere? Like, are they just roaming around Big Sandy looking... I don't know. I don't really... When I was a kid, I had outdoor dogs, but I couldn't do that as an adult. I don't really... If you take care of them, it's okay, but a lot of people just throw them out there and kind of neglect them.
I can't believe this is happening. And the only thing I want to do right now is eat enough to make the pain go away.
No,
He's happy to see you.
But there's nothing to eat here. So I just want to go to bed.
Look at how much dust is on that fan. Are we sure that he didn't choke on that? Too far? Maybe.
I talked to my mom, and we both decided we're not going back to Houston. With my dad gone, we can't leave the dogs alone. And I can't go by myself. So I'm just not in a place to be able to do Dr. Now's program.
Oh my God. Like, this, you're gonna have to want to better your life and do something. Just because bad things happen don't mean you can't get up and keep going. Like, life's tough. You're gonna have to keep powering through it, or it's just gonna get worse and worse. You're gonna sit here in the fortress of fatitude the rest of your life that's not gonna be that much longer of a life.
I know I have to lose weight, and I don't have a lot of time if I don't. But I don't know what I can do about it right now. So Dr. Now wants me to talk to a therapist to discuss how I'm feeling and the decisions I'm making.
Good idea.
Hi, this is Lola.
Hi, this is Jeanne Covey.
Hi, Jeanne. So let me start by saying I'm so sorry for the loss of your father.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And Jeanne, how's all of you been coping with this?
My mom's been having a hard time. We've done a lot of praying and everything, and
That's right. She said they're religious. So maybe they just find some peace in religion. You got the dogs to cuddle with. You got cupcakes. There was 5 of them left last time I counted.
I don't think I've really had a time to grieve yet.
And that is completely normal for you to feel that way. It's absolutely normal to feel numb or angry, guilty, confused, abandoned. You're likely to experience all of these feelings at different times during the grief process. But what's important is that you allow yourself to have your feelings. After that happens, you'll be able to focus on your life and what you need to do to feel whole again.
Right.
She's absolutely going to have time to grieve, but she's not exactly friggin' busy. I mean, at 600 pounds, there's not a whole lot of activity we're doing.
Right.
When something like death happens, it can make you want to retreat from life and just stop everything. And I want you to know that you and your mom both will experience moments where it seems like things are surreal and out of control.
Right. Okay.
So I'm definitely here to help you. And again, I'm so sorry for your loss. You'll get through this.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Jeanne. Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to have to deal with that grief some way, somehow. I don't know, maybe her religion, something, but it's definitely going to be tough. Maybe be a grief cleaner, because the house is the damn health hazard, honestly.
I appreciated her call and what she was saying, but no one really understands how hard this is and how much it hurts. My mom and I lost our whole world. So right now I know the best decision for me to just stay here and focus on getting past this.
Damn, that dog was kicking the hell out of his own head. He's probably got some issue with his ears. Maybe clean out his ears.
And maybe in the future, if I have the chance, I can try to get help and weight loss surgery again. But right now, it's not the right time for me to give up food. I'm not in a place physically or mentally to do that.
Our water heater just hanging out in the living room? Like there's nothing covering that?
Hey, sweetie. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing okay. It's getting easier to get up, but it still hurts a lot.
I'm sure.
That bed looks like something you could catch the bubonic plague from. Oh my god. How are you sleeping in that with no sheets? Cover something. Put that plywood right there on top of it.
I'm proud of how hard I tried and how hard I pushed myself to do as much as I did. And this is definitely one of those situations where the circumstances are outside of my control. So I just have to accept the fact that I'm done with Dr. Now's program. But I have faith that there's an option to help me out there and that somehow I'm going to find it. It's not over yet for me. This door may be closed, but another one will open. So I'm just waiting for my next opportunity. And I have to trust that if I'm patient, I'll still have the chance to work hard to get the life I want.
Look, opportunity's not just going to come knocking at your door and nobody's going to open that door for you. You're going to have to do something to change your life, to turn it all around. And now is the exact time to be focusing on your diet and trying to be more helpful, healthier, just in a better situation to help your mom out, anything. But, I mean, if you sit around and wait for good things to happen all the time, it's never going to happen. You're going to sit there in the fortress of fatitude with 9 dogs and your mom laying there in bed now because she needs help, and nobody's going to get anywhere. You're going to have to do something for yourself eventually, and you're going to have to address all your mental illnesses or the stuff that you're battling. So, I mean, I guess that's it for this one. What a hell of a ride it was. But alright, follow my Instagram and Twitter, Seanofsteelyt with some underscores between it, and like the video for me so I can make a bunch more of these. But alright guys, I'll see ya. Bye.